Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're heading into Judge Middleton's courtroom, where he finally gives these so-called sovereign citizens a brand new label of his own, the Borgos. Let's jump right into it.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Kirk Edwin Jensen?
Yes, I have documents in here that I just filed with the clerk, and I need to submit them here.
Is that this thing called non-statutory abatement?
That's it.
All right, I got it. I provided a copy to Miss Davis. It's entitled Kirk Edwin Jensen, Reign Citizen, Reign of Heavens, a set apart place for that address. Non-statutory abatement.
A non-statutory abatement. Well, that's definitely a new one. I'll admit, after hearing the same tired claims from so-called sovereign citizens, a fresh twist can be entertaining. Unfortunately for him, this abatement exists only in his imagination, and Judge Middleton isn't buying into his personal fantasies.
File number 23660ST, charges operating with no license. Charge 23661, charged with operating with no license in your possession. I don't think you can be convicted of both of those, as I said at our arraignment. And then the third count is a civil infraction, no proof of insurance. Could probably be charged as no insurance, but it was charged as a civil infraction.
I have the proof of that here.
May I see it? All right, that's the person that owned the car.
Correct. Yep.
All right, let Debbie see that. All right, we had kind of a chase our tails around at the time of the arraignment. You are, what do you wish to be, a Reign citizen?
I have a social compact and a body politic, which gives the authority for the credentials that I had when I had given them to Mr. Brooks at the time.
When you mention your credentials, are you referring to that imaginary award you gave yourself, or the questionable ID and passport you handed to the officers when they asked who you were?
And
The officer that wrote the ticket.
right. You had said that you were going to try to get those from him and see them for yourself.
Yeah, I don't know whether Miss Davis got that or not.
We did get additional information from the agency in Detroit regarding passports, and they confirmed that they are fraudulent. So if this doesn't get resolved today with the plea as charged to these misdemeanors, then we will be amending to have felony charges.
And just like that, the choice to create your own homemade passport is about to catch up with you, especially if you refuse to take the misdemeanor deal today. But if there's one thing we've learned about these so-called sovereign citizens, it's that many would rather walk straight into a serious future mistake than admit they were wrong when the consequences could have been far lighter.
People call themselves different things. The common vernacular term had become sovereign citizen.
And I do not claim that in any way, shape, or form.
All right.
I rebut that. I completely rebut that statement.
All right. Well, I tried to think of a term for it.
Well,
just a minute.
Okay.
Let me get my thoughts together here. We had a guy, Mr. Aiken, a couple weeks ago, and we went round and round with him, and he wanted a jury trial, and he didn't show up, and then he was found in contempt, and he went to jail. And I said, well, how about willfully misinformed defendant? That's too cumbersome. Or willfully ignorant defendant. And then I was laying in bed between then and now, and I thought, follow me here, Mimsy were the borough groves. It's like, what the heck does that mean? It's from the poem Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. It was written in the 1800s. It's a nonsense poem that doesn't mean anything. And more importantly, there was a science fiction story written maybe during the war called Mimsy Were the Borough Groves. It's a very interesting story about some toys that were sent from the future back to here. It's pretty relevant right now with cell phones. And the third line is Mimsy were the Boro Groves. And what is a Boro Grove? It doesn't make any sense. So my term for these people that come in with this kind of nonsensical jabberwocky is going to be Boro Groves. So this is Boro Grove. It doesn't mean anything, and neither do your pleading.
Judge Middleton is out here delivering the ponytail of justice, and after hearing him talk about Borgovs, which is actually the proper pronunciation, I found a couple of fun details worth sharing. First, in Through the Looking Glass. After Alice reads the poem Jabberwocky, she says her head is full of ideas, but she doesn't know what they mean, which perfectly sums up how I feel every time I watch a sovereign citizen in court. Second, Humpty Dumpty later describes a Borgov as looking like a living mob, which really makes you wonder how they managed to predict the look and energy of a modern-day sovereign citizen back in the 1800s.
This non-statutory abatement and all this stuff about self-claimed contracts and Exhibit B and C has no lawful effect. So the question I have here is, do you wish to have a trial on these matters, or do you wish to enter a plea to this?
Does the body politic and social compact, is that being disregarded?
Correct.
Okay, then I'll go with the trial.
All right, then I will. Do you want to have an attorney to assist you?
No.
All right. You sow the wind and reap the whirlwind. The prosecutor is going to charge you with some sort of felony charge. What charge did you have in mind, Ms. Davis?
I believe that Prosecutor Morgan looked it up, and it was fraudulent documentation, basically manufacturing fraudulent passport and a fraudulent license.
We talked about Conch Republic passports. Whatever you had, and this false passport and some claim that somehow you had an international driver's license. You have to have a driver's license from somewhere to have an international driver's license, and this isn't it.
Mm-hmm. And I had that too. I have that too, yes.
All right, well.
One last question. The documents that were taken by Mr. Brooks, I want to make sure that those are entered in as evidence.
You really can't make this up. Are you seriously asking for your fake passport and fake driver's license, the same ones that prove you committed this offense, to be included at your trial? Most people try to keep evidence like that far away from the courtroom. But since you're representing yourself, you've ended up giving your own case the worst possible support.
When the time comes.
Do you have those, Deborah?
I do not have physical possession of them. As all evidence, it's held by the Sheriff's Department in the evidence lockers. So certainly we would introduce those as exhibits.
All right. Well, you're always polite enough, but you're...
I stand firm.
Well, the problem with this is insidiously dangerous. People decide on their own that the rules don't apply to them. And even though they're polite and respectful, you're yanking my chain, and this is a waste of our court's time and Ms. Davis's time.
I intend to prove that these things are correct.
All right, maybe you do, but they aren't. This stuff is meaningless. And if everybody decided like you that they don't need a driver's license, they don't participate in our social contract, and they wish to use our public roadways and our streetlights and our court system, but hey, it doesn't apply to me, things would break down. The rule of law would cease to exist. So it's polite, but it's insidious and it's dangerous. What's next? I don't have the social contact, so I can punch somebody in the nose. I can kill somebody. I can sell drugs. The rules don't apply to me because I'm a RAIN citizen. Well, it don't work that way, at least not here in Michigan or in St. Joe County. Same rules apply to you that apply to everybody else. And you're going to get charged with a felony document fraud case. Do you want a bench trial or a jury trial?
Jury.
Yeah, the same thing. It's hypocritical. The rules don't apply to you, but you don't mind bringing in 30 of your citizens to come in and hear this.
It's going to be just
stuff.
me. It's just going to be just me.
Man, I love watching Judge Middleton in action. He's a no-nonsense judge who just spelled out exactly why the defendant is in the wrong, why he gets so frustrated with sovereign citizens like this, and precisely what the defendant is up against.
I'm going to set for a jury trial. Mimsy were the Borough Groves. That's what this amounts to. 'Twas brilling on their slithy ties. It's a bunch of nonsense. And so, Mr. Borough, I will see you on August 16th at 8:30.
Your Honor, just to clarify a few things in anticipation of that. As far as service, Mr. Jensen, will you accept service at the email that you have on this non-statutory abatement?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so just wanted the clarification that I'm going to send a witness list to him, make sure that he has the supplemental report from...
Yeah, there is
Detective
one
Steers.
thing that it does have some merit in here. He asked for discovery. So yes, your request for discovery is honored, and the prosecution will provide all discovery to the defendant.
Did I just feel my brain skip a beat? Or did Judge Middleton actually say a sovereign citizen got something right?
Yes, so we'll be providing that to the email that's listed on this document that was filed
And what
today.
email will I use to respond?
Yours would, the email that it comes from, which is PROS
Okay.
at stjosephcountymi.org. As far as witnesses, the people would intend to call Deputy Kevin Brooks, Detective Sergeant Brian Steers, Chris Catone from the TSA, and James Herdman, Special Agent, Diplomatic Security Service from the Detroit office.
Will all that be included with the email?
Yes, I will do a written witness list. So
What's that officer's name?
The last one, James Herdman, Herdman. And then potentially this Cheryl Pulaski.
The owner of the car?
Yes. I don't believe there might have been another backup officer. Let me double check. I don't know if we'll need him, but
Even though you have these mistaken beliefs, what's your objection to having an attorney to help you with this?
I do not choose to have anyone, any bar or associates representing me.
All right. If it is not charged as a felony, in the meantime, you're to be here August 16th at 8:30.
Okay.
And do you have any witnesses that you wish to call?
Potentially the owner of the car. I'm not sure at this point, but that would be one potential minimum.
Oh really? So you want to call in the person who knowingly lets you drive their vehicle without a valid driver's license, which, by the way, is a misdemeanor under MCL 257.904. Maybe it's time to do them a favor and focus on managing your own life instead.
Other
Just a minute.
witnesses, would they be available?
One precaution, the owner of the car might have a Fifth Amendment right not to testify.
Mhm.
If they're allowing you to drive the car without an operator's license, that could be a misdemeanor in and of itself. So that's something to consider. But we'll address it further. We'll see what Mr. Marvin and Ms. Davis elect to do with this.
For further witnesses, would Zoom be available?
No, they be here live and in person.
Okay.
All right. Any questions? All right. You're free to go.
thank you, Your Honor.
It makes me smile. It makes me happy. And if it makes you happy too, drop a like. If you're a sovereign citizen, go ahead and leave a dislike. But don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my content.